One of you mentioned that it really does seem like you're repeating the same pattern of your reality over and over again. That you're repeating the same old beliefs, old patterns, old assumptions, old identities. Old reality keeps popping up, even as you're manifesting and trying to create something new. And you mentioned even the idea of manifesting and creating your own reality, it seems like a pattern. That I see signs, maybe I manifest a few things, then I don't. Or what I did manifest disappears. Or the big thing never comes. And it doesn't even seem like it's my pattern. It seems like everyone experiences that same pattern in manifesting and creating, of reality seeming like it's changing, and then it doesn't. Or there's a setback. Or there's just a sign, but it never comes. Or it comes and then you lose it. What's going on there? Well, I want to start with this idea that, remember, you create your own reality. So you're creating the people, events, and circumstances that seem to be experiencing the same pattern or having the same experience that you are. You're creating that. They create their own reality, you create yours. You can't know what another person's experiencing. You can only know your reality and your versions of those people, events, and circumstances. So I want to start here that the physical you in your body and your physical reality is a reflection, a projection, or in other words, a hologram, an illusion of your identity or pattern. Hear this, that illusion. Remember what illusion means. It's not what it seems. So there is a pattern, but it's a pattern of what? It's a pattern of assumptions, beliefs, and definitions. But it's not an old pattern. They're not old definitions. They're not old beliefs. It's not an old identity. It's not an old reality. There's no such thing. It's what you're believing, assuming, and defining as true of you and your reality. That creates the pattern or that identity that pops out as a holographic experience or a reflection or a projection of your physical experience. We've been touching on this lately in a few videos. This is who you really are, all that is. You are that field of awareness, what the ancients called the Father. That one universal conscious mind, all that is. The physically focused, individualized, personalized, localized you that appears to have that projection or reflection or hologram of a physical body and physical reality. And that non-physical, holographic, impersonal, non-local you. You're all of it. I and my Father are one. My Father or the Father is greater than I am. That's the whole meaning of that. You're one with that. You're an individualized, personalized, localized point of that non-local, impersonal, all that isness that we call God or the universe or awareness. You're it. You're at the center of that. You are that power. That's the power. That's the law, the one power, the one reality. Then you create the pattern, what we've called identity or self-concept. The power plus that pattern projects or reflects that holographic image of what you call reality. It's this holographic image that appears to be solid and not changing. Do you see? That's the illusion. It's not what it seems. Power plus pattern equals the proof of your reality. You're the power. What you assume and believe and define about yourself and your reality is the pattern. And that creates the proof of that physical experience. The physical experience isn't proof of your reality. It's a holographic image. It appears to be solid, but that's what it is, and it's always changing in each moment. According to what? According to the pattern that you're believing about yourself. Do you see, there's no patterns of beliefs or assumptions or of your subconscious and things that are keeping or holding you back. You're creating that pattern of who you are in every moment. That's what creates a holographic image. What is a holographic image? It's a pattern. That contains all the parts of that reality, all the points of it, in intricate detail. And then it pops out as your physical experience through you because you're the power. You, I am, you're the power or source, is awareness or light. You are the light. I am the light of the world, as the ancients said. Your I am awareness is the light. That light is the power that creates and makes the holographic pattern or image of you and your reality. Do you see it lights up that holographic pattern that you've created through your identity? And that pops out into what appears to be a physical 3D objective reality. But you put yourself in that reality as all that is. As this physical, individualized, personalized, localized identity. Do you see? You create it and put yourself in it. Your very own awareness of yourself is the power, is the light that lights up that pattern or that identity, that image that you've created with your beliefs and assumptions and what you define as true of who you are and what your reality is in every moment. It's not an old pattern. It's created in every moment. And the coherence and the laser focus of those beliefs and assumptions and definitions, the power plus the pattern, create or project what you call your physical reality. So when things seem unclear, well, that's just because you're not projecting this coherent, laser-like focus. Do you see? So it all depends on your beliefs and assumptions. When they're clear to you, we can sometimes be very clear about believing we're limited and not who we desire to be. Or we can be very clear that we're absolutely limitless. And I am that which I desire to be. That creates your entire physical experience. That power plus that pattern is the proof of your reality, not here. As much as we want to focus there, that's not proof of anything. It's not source of anything. It's your very own awareness of yourself. That's the light or the power that provides that coherence. And then that laser focus of that identity, the beliefs and the assumptions and definitions of who you are. That power plus the pattern creates that holographic image of what you call your physical reality. And so I want to remind you, it's already yours. How do you know that? Because you're the source. You're the light. You're the power. You're the source of the pattern, of the image. There's nothing else but you as all of it. Do you see? You can define yourself, believe something, or define yourself in any which way you want. You're limitless. You are all that is. You are that field. You get to decide what that pattern is. There are no conditions to be met, no concessions to be made, no permission slips to get. It's all you. You exist as all that is. In every possible identity, in every possible reality, whether you believe it or not, or whether you accept it or not, it's already yours. You don't have to believe it. You don't even have to accept it. It's already yours. Do you see? But when you believe it and accept that it's already yours, now you give yourself the creative authority and power to create any pattern you want. Otherwise, it's going to just feel like a pattern, a past pattern that keeps coming up. Because you give your power and authority away when you've had it the whole time, when it's already yours. You keep believing there's something else you got to do, some other teacher or guru or YouTube video, or someone needs to tell you something, give you another technique or process or affirmation. Or you got to give something up to be all that you are. Somehow I've got to get permission from something or somewhere. You are the proof. I am is the proof. I am the proof. The reflection, projection, or hologram does not prove and is not source of anything. It doesn't prove, it's not source of anything. The power in the pattern is the proof of your identity. You, as that power, your beliefs, assumptions, and definitions of who you are as the pattern or the identity is the only proof. The 3D holographic physical appearances and experiences have no power and authority or reality whatsoever. Yet that's where all your focus and attention goes. You, I am, your very own self-awareness is the only power and source of your entire life experience. The pattern is your identity, or what you are assuming, believing, and defining as true or real of you and your reality. Do you see? You get to decide what's real in your reality because you are the only thing that's real. I am is the only reality. You choose the pattern of the holographic image that is projected, reflected as your physical reality. It doesn't matter what appears to be there, because that's an illusion. It's changing in every moment. That's not what it seems. That solid image of circumstances, people, events, and circumstances. You choose the pattern of the holographic image that's projected, reflected as your physical reality. So there are no such things. I know we want to hang on this, and I know there are teachers out there that talk about this. But there's no old identities. There are no old patterns. There are no old beliefs. There are no old assumptions. There's just you as the field of infinite possibilities. You are that self-existing source. I am. Pure potential, pure awareness. The one universal mind. I am that I am. That's why I always put a sort of a being there, a stick figure, even though we know its existence or isness. It's an essence. But there's a beingness to that essence, to that divinity that we are. That's the power. That conviction is built in. I am is absolute conviction. That's what the ancients meant by if you had the faith of a mustard seed. When the ancients talked about a mustard seed. Because a mustard seed knows it's a mustard seed. It will grow into a mustard tree. It's convinced. It knows who it is. I am is I am. Then you have the pattern. The pattern's your illuminated frame, which we've talked about before, here and now, of what you believe, assume, define to be true, or the truth of your reality. Or what we've called identity or self-concept. In that moment, it's new in every moment. This is what's real. It is what has never been and never will be, and only exists in the here and now. Wow. That's why there's no such thing as an old anything. Then this power plus this pattern, this light that you are, this awareness that you are, plus this pattern of your beliefs and assumptions and what you consider or believe to be true of who you are, creates that holographic image of what appears to be your life story. Who you were, who you are, and who you will be. But notice I say new past, new present, new future. There's no such thing as one past, one present, one future. You're creating it all new and every now. That holographic image is always new. It's always changing. The hologram, the reflection, the projection is being collapsed and recreated in every moment. It's never the same. It collapses into this physical, what seems to be a physical manifested experience, but what we've pointed out, it's a manifesting experience. It's never the same. It collapses and reemerges. You don't even, it's so fluid. It seems so continuous. It seems so real that we don't notice that. We think it's just your physical reality. Yeah, it doesn't change that much. It changes slow. It's in time. It's in space. But in every moment, it's new. You're not here as much as you are here. You're in and out. You are that awareness creating it all. You are the proof. You are the pattern. It is already yours. That's why every spiritual teacher says that. But what does that really mean? That means that really is it. It has to be. And what you project and reflect in the pattern that pops out as your physical experience is new in every moment. But you're already all of it. Because remember what a hologram is. Every part of the whole contains the whole. Every part of you contains God. And every part of God contains you. There's no separation. Wherever God is at all of God must be. Wherever you are at all of God must be. There's no separation. It's holographic. Any part of the whole contains the entire image of divinity, the entire infinity. Existence is contained in any part of that hologram. And so you're creating an image as existence that contains all of existence, all of God. And you're believing and assuming and defining something about that. And it pops out through that light that you are, you give it power. Through that pattern, that image pops out as your physical experience, and it's new in every moment. Wow. It's already yours. Read that again. It's already yours. You are the proof. Be the proof. Be the pattern. The hologram in the physical experience has no choice because you're the power behind it. You decide the pattern. That must be the holographic or the projection of the reflection. It's law. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and these are the studios of Be Something Wonderful, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, check out the Tom Kearin channel. Just released a big video there. We also have our next live event at the end of August. We'll be announcing that soon. Stay tuned. A lot more coming here from the studios of Be Something Wonderful, from the Tom Kearin channel. Until next time, with great love, with great light, and infinite gratitude, this is Tom Kearin. See you soon.